So Eli Roth is back in the director's chair with his new film, Ice Cream Man, which does, come off the heels of his last film, which was Borderlands, which was pretty bad, right? I mean, the guy's brought us some great films, but, when he did Borderlands, I was kind of like shocked that he would choose to do a movie like that, because it's not really horror, it's not really gore, it's not anything he's really known for, so, I just felt like it was a poor fit for him, and honestly, it wasn't that good. To be fair, I haven't seen it, but just from the trailers and scenes I've seen, clips I've seen, it's just like, nah, it doesn't seem like that's it. But so his new film, Ice Cream Man, I was a little excited, right? Because I was like, all right, he's back, he's going to do something more horror related. The trailers looked pretty wild of these kids going like psycho on these parents, on adults, teachers, whatever. So I was kind of curious. I was like, all right, zombie kids eating ice cream that ends up being mixed with something, or like something like the stuff, or some crazy thing that just makes them into like these homicidal kids, right? And it turns out it's actually a very straightforward story. I would say it's a little cheesy, but it's actually pretty good. Like, it actually had me invested, and at the end I was kind of like,
what is going on here?
Damn, that's it. Oh my gosh. So the film follows Jared, this kid Jared, who his family are like these lawyers, defense lawyers or whatever. And defense lawyers are always the worst, right? Because they have to defend the pieces of shits that are out there. And there's this ice cream man that just rolls into town and starts giving kids ice cream, and everyone's just kind of like happy, right? The guy's like kind of weird, the ice cream man himself. He like always smiles and shit, super awkward. But so he starts giving the whole town ice cream. This ice cream all of a sudden starts turning these kids. First of all, it wakes them up and just has them like start going crazy. They start killing their parents. One little girl like saws her mom's head off in the middle of the night. Like, it's pretty brutal. The effects are pretty cool. The gore is pretty great. It's pretty all over the place. It turns out that Jared is lactose intolerant, so he is one of the few kids that, did not eat the ice cream. And his sister Lizzie eats the ice cream that night, and it turns out that it just kind of like paralyzes adults, but it doesn't turn them into these crazies that, it does with little kids. So the film follows pretty much Jared finding other kids that hadn't ate the ice cream, and they're trying to survive and trying to figure out what the hell and who the hell this ice cream man is and what this ice cream is. They end up going to this church, and they go into the cellar, into this freezer of the church apparently, and they find out that from this priest that the ice cream man is Jonathan Smiley, right? He's this man that was convicted of, who was wrongfully convicted and wrongfully accused of, molesting or killing or hurting kids back in the day. And when he ended up being sentenced to prison, this necromancer showed up and told him he would free him and give him salvation, and all he needed was his soul. And when he took his soul, he ended up, killing him, so he didn't really free him from prison, but then he would allow him to come back and have his revenge on the town that, that wrongfully accused and convicted him. Pretty much the parents of Jared and his sister Lizzie are the kids of their grandparents are the ones that actually convicted this guy, the Jonathan Smiley. So it's like this whole like family lineage that goes into like this character now killing kids or having kids. He doesn't really kill any of the kids. The kids are the ones that are killing everybody else. But yeah, the tone of the movie is just so wild, right? But that's the story. Like he's just this undead spirit being controlled by a necromancer. You find out that the kids, these are like the last two kids surviving now, the Jared and his sister Lizzie. It's really like sad, like all the scenes with the kids, it's like this really happy music, like something out of a daytime soap opera or some shit, all this really happy music, and then when it shows things happening, it's all crazy, and then when it shows kids again doing things, it's all happy again. It's so wild. But at the end of the film, the ice cream man pretty much wins, right? He takes over all the kids, kills all the parents, pretty much destroys this town, and then just leaves, right? Like just nopes out of there. It's absolutely wild, but I had a lot of fun with it. Like I said, the kills are pretty good, and anytime they show kids doing killings and stuff, like it's at the end of Weapons, I mean, it's always like shocking, but he did a pretty good job in this one. And like I said, the gore and everything was just outrageous, but that whole premise of the ice cream man just being a spirit was like kind of like whatever, but I mean, it was still good. And then you find out, of course, when Jared and his sister find out that their parents and their grandparents are like the ones in a sense responsible for, letting people like this be murdered or convicted doing it. And I don't think they were, I forget if they were the defense attorney or like the normal attorney, because they definitely weren't defending him. They were prosecuting him. So maybe they're prosecutors. I might have got that wrong. But I would definitely say to check it out. It's a lot of fun. If you like gore and just, freaky kid movies where kids are the villains, I mean, Children of the Corn status, you will definitely enjoy this film. But yeah, I would definitely say check it out. Ice Cream Man. Plus, it's hot out. Maybe if you like ice cream a lot, you won't like it because then you won't want to eat ice cream. But, I think it's a fantastic movie involving ice cream of all things. But yeah, this has been Ghost in the Craig. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.